Peace. The video cut, so I just want to reiterate what I was saying at the end of the video. I was saying the law do not eat energy. The law are makers of alchemists. The law are makers of divinities. But when I say the astral and I differentiate the astral from the divine realm, what differentiates the astral from the divine realm is needlessness. The Loa live in a realm where they are needless. They come from a perspective, they are entities of needlessness. Anything in the astral is still needy of something, of a form of energy. The Loa are beyond the needs for energy. Now, that's what I'm saying. When you want to bypass the normal frequency or the normal energies you could get or the normal interactions you could get from the law after a certain time, one of the best things to offer, not only the law, but to any entity that is divine in nature, you have to offer them something that is really valuable. And that something is, let's say you want to work with a wisdom deity. Well, you will offer them your anger or your brash reactions for 50 days, 30 days, 20 days that um you manage to control. So let's say for 50 days, every single time something or somebody tried to make you or made you mad or triggered you, you were able to control it through thought, through rationalization, through self awareness. You write it down, you write it down. And at the end of the 50 to 30 days, whatever you want, you offer that to the law. What that represents like a door. It represents like a light where their energy from a higher perspective can come and actually alchemically help you and give you the tools, the knowledge, the understanding, the the methods to transmute that, because the law make alchemists. They want to transmute. We're not going to waste anything. We're not going to repress. We're not going to suppress. We're not going to ignore. We're going to take every single thing and we're going to make it divine. That's what they do. So when I speak about sexual alchemy, I'm speaking about learning not to get possessed. We have to learn not to get possessed. The first step is simple. You learn not to get possessed by your earth element, which is your sexual energy. But then when you start mastering your sexual energy, something amazing happens in your life. You can no longer get possessed by your emotions. It is very hard for someone to quote unquote trigger you or to thug at your shadow, your so-called shadow. Because why? Because the energy that makes the shadow roll and roll and roll without any control is the sexual energy. So once you master the sexual energies, the emotions that were the cause or the effect, because they're both simultaneously cause and effects of each other, you don't get possessed. You are able to become more lucid. Why do you think Papa Legba stands at the crossroad? It's not because um it's not only because he's the crossroad deity. No, he's saying I'm standing at the crossroads of the four elements because none of those elements can possess me. I cannot be possessed by my blood, by my cannot be possessed by my sexual energy. I cannot be possessed by my breath, and I cannot be possessed by sleep. He is an alchemist. Papa Legba is a master alchemist, and that's what voodoo is about. It's about connecting with those entities on a level that is beyond the astral. But for you to open those doors that are beyond the astral, you must give them this offering. Sorry, you must give them this offering. So what you see on television, what you would even see when you go to a voodoo ceremony, there's a lot that is hidden. There's many layers of hidden sciences within the entire ecosystem of voodoo, because essentially voodoo is a science. It is a factory of alchemists. How to make alchemists, how to make perfected women, and how to make perfected men. So if you want to connect with the law, let's say you want to connect with a law to learn how to manifest stuff with the power of the word. Well, what you would have to do, let's say you're a person that you struggle with saying what you feel and when and how you feel it. So every time your heart, not your fear, not your reptilian brain. Every time your heart tells you to express something, you express it for 50 days. And you might fail in the beginning. You might go to 5 days and then you fail. You might go to 6 days and then you fail. So essentially, it's about finding the spirituality in the most mundane stuff. So sometimes you think you have to do this ritual, you have to go over there, you have to go, but the reality is, oh, how do I deal with the stuff that's in front of me? How do I deal with my interpersonal relationships? How do I deal with showing love and affection to the people that are around me but you're scared to express yourself, for instance? All those things are voodoo, the development of yourself. Whatever you think whatever this static personality, this static thing that you think you are, every single day you're willing to just, let me see if I could work at it. Let me see if I could just chisel a bit more. Let me see if I could, you know what I'm saying? When you are willing to become, you are the product of the alchemical lab. That's what voodoo is. When you sacrifice, not yourself, not as in a human sacrifice, but when you sacrifice your personality or what you think you are in the cause of attaining perfection, but true perfection, not a perfection that is the result of repression or suppression, a perfection that is the result of, you know what, I've turned every stone on myself, I've went to look in every nook and corner, I've tried to the best of my ability. Whenever I thought it was too hard, I took a deep breath and I said, you know what, can I do better? Is there can I go deeper into the darkness and find something out of the darkness? And 9 times out of 10, we can always be better. It is an ongoing journey towards perfection. But the perfection is not the result, the perfection is the attitude. So once you get this attitude where everything is something that you can make better, every situation is a situation where you can be better, but you can make yourself better. That's when you start attracting and you have the ability to pull the energy of the law directly from a divine dimension and not from an astral dimension, because the law have many different dimensions. But that's what I was saying. So 50 days. Don't argue with your girl for 50 days. Don't argue with your man for 50 days. Show love, express whatever you can do to expand yourself in a healthy way, and expand yourself. And when you look back and say, oh, it wasn't that bad, man, I thought, or I was making it something bigger than it was. I wish I would have done that earlier. That's what voodoo is. Voodoo is not only you see the goats getting killed, the chickens, all that is just the front, but at the back of all that is a true arcane divine science of alchemy, of self mastery, but most importantly of self transformation. So that's the part that I wanted to add. So yeah, that's it. So comment, share, like, and subscribe. Peace.